The Supreme Court has announced it will hear arguments on whether former President Trump is immune from criminal prosecution. And that decision could delay two critical trials until after the election.
Now, those cases involve whether Trump can be prosecuted for allegedly leading an insurrection and for allegedly trying to illegally overturn the 2020 presidential election. KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is here to explain a day of major developments that came down late this afternoon.
Yeah, major developments, Pat, and could have reverberations for some time to come. We'll see how this plays out. It was widely expected the justices would take up the question of presidential immunity. But now the question becomes, when will they issue their ruling? And even if they do rule the former president can be prosecuted, will the trial happen before the election? The Supreme Court set the stage for landmark arguments in 8 weeks. Its order tonight says it will hear arguments the week of April 22nd into whether, and if so, to what extent does a former president enjoy presidential immunity from criminal prosecution for conduct alleged to involve official acts during his tenure in office.
We've never been here before. We've never had a president who was criminally charged. And they're asking a fairly straightforward question. Does a president enjoy absolute immunity from criminal prosecution based on official acts?
The decision delays indefinitely the trial involving Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election. With a Supreme Court decision not expected until May or June, it could endanger chances to hold the trial in Washington before the 2024 election. That means even if the justices rule in favor of the special counsel and rule against Trump's argument of presidential immunity, a trial may not happen until after the election, a delay that would potentially benefit former President Trump.
For Trump, any delay is a victory. So Trump is probably feeling pretty good today about what the Supreme Court's going to do. The problem for Trump would be a conviction. Polls indicate that voters would hesitate about supporting a candidate who has been convicted of a felony, particularly a felony involving January 6th.
Trump's appeal claims he's immune from prosecution because the alleged acts were official acts he took while president. It was rejected promptly by the judge in the case, Judge Tanya Chutkan, who said presidents don't have get-out-of-jail-free cards. Then it was rejected again, unanimously, this month by a Washington, D.C. appeals court.
That was a detailed 57-page opinion. They really went through all of the former president's arguments.
Meanwhile, in a blow to the former president, a judge dealt a major setback to Trump in his civil fraud case in New York, where he was found liable for fraudulently inflating the values of his properties. An appellate court judge on Wednesday refused to delay the collection of Trump's $454 million penalty while he appeals, which means the former president has less than a month to pay up or secure a bond covering the full amount he owes. The Supreme Court's decision on presidential immunity will not impact Trump's criminal trial in New York, which is set to begin at the end of March. In that case, Trump is accused of illegally paying off porn star Stormy Daniels with campaign money to conceal his affair with her leading up to the 2016 presidential election. All told, Trump is facing 91 criminal charges across all of the cases. So a lot of his legal calendar is very complicated.
There's no question about that. He's also under federal prosecution for charges relating to classified documents, which happened after he left the presidency.
Exactly.
But any word on when that could possibly happen? The trial before the election or not?
Well, and I think that's a key point, Pat, is that that trial is about how he concealed the documents or allegedly concealed them after he was told he had to return them. He claimed he didn't have them. Then they went and found them, in the bathroom of Mar-a-Lago where he lives and in a ballroom, et cetera, et cetera. That case is being heard down in Florida by a judge that he appointed. That judge has provided some pretty favorable rulings for him. There's a hearing in that case on Friday. We may get some indication of when that trial is supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen in May, but a lot of people are saying, experts in this kind of thing, say it probably won't happen at that point. So then when would that potentially happen? Still a big question.
Okay. We are counting on you to keep us up to date.
Trying to keep the track
keep
of all
of that.
cases
That's right.
there, yeah.
All right. Thanks so
Pat.
much, Tom.